while since we've done a review. It's been, what, 4 months since I had to redo that footage for Cold Tour? I'm going to try to make a comeback with these reviews, and I have some ideas of at least how to get into the triple digits. And since it's the month of June, we're going to be celebrating Pride Month. So to celebrate, we're going to be taking a look at the trans rights helicopter. Because if you're transphobic trash, this is what's going to show up at your house and blow you away. But in actuality, this is the Generation Select's Rotorstorm. Now, most people these days know Rotorstorm as a wrecker, but it was actually in G1 originally part of a group called the Turbo Masters. It was just a small group of toys that didn't really have very well-known characters, except for their leader, you might have heard of Thunderclash. These Autobots never really saw the light of day over here in the States until they were brought back in Machine Wars as different characters. For me, it's always cool to have new characters come in for the Classics collection. Plus, gaudy 90s colors are always welcome in my house. As you can see, he's a very blue helicopter with some silver and pink highlights. Got a little bit of like light green up here. I'm not entirely sure why. And then down here you've got his nice bright yellow guns. On his original toy, he had these big bulky cannons with bright yellow projectiles. These days Hasbro doesn't really do much of firing missile gimmicks, not even friction fire. And while it probably would suit him better to have some gigantic cannons on him, these will suit him well enough. Plus, if you really want to fix it, there are some upgrades out there. One thing that could kind of be a little nitpicky is that his fists are right back here, not exactly hiding. I mean, they're nowhere near as bad as the Combiner Wars jets and aerial bots, so I can let this slide. But all in all, a very nice helicopter mode. So why don't we head over to his robot mode and check that out. Yep, that's a real good looking robot mode right there if I do say so myself. In vehicle mode, there are virtually no differences between this guy and his mold mate Spinister aside from the colors. And while robot mode that's still also true, you do also get a new head sculpt. A very nice looking head sculpt in my opinion. Weirdly enough though, when he was first announced, they didn't show him with the new head. They just showed him with a recolored Spinister head. Hasbro just sometimes cannot catch a break with their promotional art, can they? Another difference in Spinister is Spinister has his blades up like this, which you can do with Rotorstorm and it actually tells you to in the instructions, but to differentiate them a little more, I like to put them down. Makes the top feel a little less busy, I guess. Anyway, since he came out in the War for Cybertron trilogy, he has some impeccable articulation. Ball-jointed head, wrist and waist swivel, ankle tilts, the whole 9 yards. So he can pose up a storm with the Wreckers while we wait for some new Turbo Masters. Come on, please Hasbro? At least just do Scorch and Thunderclash, just at the very least. Maybe let's keep him away from Overlord though. And again, since he's a War for Cybertron trilogy toy, he's got weapon ports everywhere. So you can put these weapons almost wherever you want to. One thing I just noticed though is these guns at the base are 2 different colors. Why? Not a deal breaker, oh well. And again, if these smaller guns aren't your style, there are always some 3D printed or third-party upgrades that you can get for this guy. So this lovely toy gets to join the ranks of the other bots with Pride Scheme colors. With his mold-mate Spinister being, as Joe Powell would put it, a bi-icon. But also an argument could be made for Nightbird for being for our lovely NBs. Am I talking out of my ass? Maybe a little. But validity is here for everybody. Be proud of who you are, people. You're all beautiful and deserve happiness. Anyway, that's going to do it for this review on this guy. Happy Pride Month, everybody. That's been another video from me. I've been 01 Trans Fan, the #1. And I will talk to you all next time. Thank you, guys.